That's why your mama try to kill you. That's why she ain't feed you. She trying to kill you. But unfortunately, you started selling your booty for food. God, I be goddamn. I be goddamn. I be goddamn. I be goddamn. Why your mama tried to kill you, but you started selling your booty for food. And then been selling his booty since he was 5. His mama tried to kill his ass. She wouldn't feed it. You remember a crackhead. His mama is a crackhead. She wouldn't buy no food, but she was trying to kill his ass. But that nigga won't. But they showed him how to sell his booty for food. So he lived. I be goddamn. So, let me make a quick disclaimer. I was only 20 years old when I was involved with this person. With that being said, so when you stuck your tongue up in my asshole, you must have been thinking about what you call it, huh? He wanted a white woman. He wanted a white woman to know he eat asshole, so he stuck his tongue up in my asshole. You want to think about a white woman? Let me tell you something about a white woman. Oh, she eat asshole too. She eat asshole from the back. She eat ass from the back. She lick clits from the back. She suck pussy from the back. What you want her to know? Oh, you seen her doing something back there and you want to find out what she was doing. And then stuck his tongue up in my rectum. I'm like, what he doing? I'm like, man, shit, who I finna get my pussy head up out me, goddamn. And nigga stuck his tongue. I'm laying out. I'm sticking his tongue in my booty. I don't feel nothing. I ain't nothing back there. And then trying to let the white woman know he on her team. It was trying to let the white woman know. The motherfucker sitting up there talking about fucking with me and flattering the white women. But guess what? Your ass ain't going nowhere. Because without me, they'll kill you. Don't say shit about me. Just chit chat with the bitches and see what happened. Yeah, you know what happened. You ain't shit and you know it. I said you ain't shit and you know what, Cynthia? Why you was with it when you ain't Let me tell you the story how that shit happened. I was at work, right, at Oakland House Rehabilitation Center in Baton Rouge, right. So I had on my nurse uniform. That had a red car. So I was doing my laundry. I had just got off work. I was doing my laundry. It's about 3 o'clock. This nigga standing on the corner. He come talking about he won't carry my stuff to the car. I'm like, well, no, I got it. He's like, no, I get it for you. So he gonna grab my basket out of my arms and bring it to the backseat of my car. So he kept talking. I said, well, I don't date men that stand on the corner. Because back then it's nothing but a peddler, narcotics peddler stand on the corner. Right? Or an ass seller. And I was too fucking naive to see this motherfucker selling ass. You know what I'm saying? You look at a nigga that's selling narcotics got on the latest tennis shoes, the crispy. You know how they used to wear their jeans with the crispy starch. You know what I'm saying? This motherfucker sitting up there ain't got a pot or a window. And talking about he's selling the corner, so I ain't got sense enough to see the bitch selling ass. Either he's selling ass or he's peddling narcotics. I ain't had that much sense, right? So I figure I assume he's selling narcotics. But I should have realized he couldn't have been selling narcotics because he had a pot or a window. So I go to work, right? And Naima, she worked with me. She must have been trying to throw that bitch off because he probably was standing after that begging up in her face, a begging bitch in her face, right? So he a begging bitch up in her face, right? She gonna tell me at work, oh, he a good dude. He a good dude. So, I don't exactly remember our next meeting, but I know I remember him coming to my house. And, after that, basically, we would be together after that for a little while. So, now I had no clue that people knew that he wasn't worth a damn. And he talking about he was trying to get to know some white woman. So, yeah, pretending to, be interested in me and want to know. Well, let me tell you the shit he used to do. He used to sing. He was in some group called Another Level. Now, I don't know why they put his ass out the group. The bitch is straight stupid. He is straight fucking stupid. Now, I don't know why they put him out the group. That's, and I haven't heard, if they transitioned to another music, changed their name or did anything else. But I know they had came out with an album. And he was singing lead on it. On one song at least. Now I don't know what happened to the little group. I don't know if they changed the name or what happened. But I know they kicked his ass out. But for a little while they was doing real good. He had money. He was driving cars. I don't know who the cars were for. And so he talking about he wanted some white woman. Well, people, when people say things like that, I know several women that have killed themselves. I used to know men that have killed themselves. I know men that have killed themselves. People want things like that to hurt you. They say that with intent to throw something at you that hurt you. So, but you don't realize, and people don't like intellectual people. People don't like decent people. There's a belief instilled in me that my identity is not my identity. And that's what I be looking at people saying, this or that, or this is the problem, that is the problem. You have nothing instilled in you. You have nothing instilled in you. That's what's wrong with the problem. That's what the problem is. So when you say, oh, he wanted a white woman. Oh, he wanted this one. Well, first of all, only a fool will measure herself by any woman. Let me tell you something. If you put 100 women side by side, I'm going to say 26 women, A to Z, and you begin to put them in alphabetical order, or you begin to put them in category by their appearance, you're going to find a 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, a 5, a 6. If you put them in category, the second one going to look better than number 1, 3 going to look better than 2, 4 going to look better than 3, 5 going to look better than 4, 6 going to look better than 5, 7 going to look better than 6. You know what I'm saying? And 26 going to look way hella better than fucking 1. Because 26 is the last one and she's going to be the best looking one. In the Bible, there's a story, and I know people don't want to hear, people may not want to relate to life as the Bible, but I have extensive reading in the Bible, not as much as I would like. Not as much I would like, but I have extensive reading in the Bible. And in the Bible, they say that King David had, I don't want to lie, several wives. Bathsheba, Michelle, Ahinoam, and Abigail. Now, we can assume that Abigail was a beautiful woman. We can assume, the Bible said that Abigail went out and said, my Lord, please forgive my husband, and don't, whatever. She had pleaded with David for her husband's life. And so I'm assuming that Abigail's beauty was very feminine. Maybe I would assume she was a little Rubenesque. I'm guessing. She was a little bit Rubenesque, very feminine, very godly. But she was attractive enough to catch David's eye. She caught his eye. So he went and married her after her husband dropped dead, right? So, then we have his next wife, Michelle. The Bible said Michelle was a very beautiful woman that Saul daughter. So she was very beautiful. So we can assume that she probably had was a brunette, I'm just assuming she's a Jewish, so she probably had black hair or dark brown hair, you know, olive skin or maybe even fair skin, slender figure, and the Bible says she was a bi. She was on the wicked side, like her father was. So, but and I say that her dad had given her to another man, and the man would love her so much that he was really grieving, crying behind her. Well, I'm going to assume that she was very attractive. That's my perception when reading the Bible of what she must have looked like. So then we have a hint on the Bible. Don't speak much about her appearance, or it doesn't speak about their appearance either. But it doesn't speak much about her enough for me to assume what she must look like. But I will assume that she was the younger of the wives. I'm going to make the assumption that Hannah was the younger of the wives. Now I'm going to also make the assumption that Bathsheba, the Bible say a lot about Bathsheba and David, and even into the book of Proverbs. A lot happened between Bathsheba and David. It was spiritual. It was physical. It was gritty. It was robust. It was lifelong. It was a lifelong love affair between them. Whatever she looked like, she captured his eye. She captured his body. She captured his soul. She got it all. Even his spiritual, even to the spiritual part where they were connected spiritually. But she was saying the same thing he was saying to their son, Solomon. They were saying the same thing to their son spiritually. Get wisdom. And all you're getting, get wisdom. Obey your parents. You know what I'm saying? Do what your father said. Do what your mother says. They were saying the same thing to their son. I would say they were on the same page spiritually. Now, we can assume that Bathsheba didn't become spiritual after she met David. We can assume that she was probably going to worship when he saw her. She may have been going to worship when he saw her. The Bible said that after the women had their menstrual cycle, they had to go and give an offering. Now, I could be wrong about that. Let me say that first. I could be wrong about that. I'm not sure. But I think the Bible said that women would go and give an offering after the menstrual cycle. I don't know why. We could assume that she was going to give an offering. The Bible said they were standing up on the roof and saw Bathsheba walking by. Now, he sent for her. Now, we can assume that whatever happened between them was consensual and was mutual. If you're taking your clothes off in front of somebody, then you want them to see you naked. I said Bathsheba was nude in the water while the king was up on top of the roof. You want them to see you nude. It was. Now, I'm also going to assume that wasn't the first time he saw her. I'm also assume that wasn't the first time he saw her. And we got a lot of reasons for to go over that. But she captured everything about him. Now, imagine what she looked like. Now, I'm going to say I would see myself in the personage of Abigail, a godly woman, Rubenesque, mildly attractive, not unattractive, mildly attractive, and desirable. I would see myself. But guess what? The Bible says David never left Bathsheba's side. Not even to go see his other children. The Bible say that, Lord, what's this son's name? And the very handsome son he had with the long, long hair hated him. He hated him. He never, after he married Bathsheba, he never went back to any of those other wives. Even as attractive and desirable as Abigail may have been. Never went back to none of the wives. Why Bathsheba fulfilled everything he ever needed. Abigail was spiritual. She was feminine. She was soft. She was genteel. She was lovely. She was gracious. But Bathsheba was physical, desirable. She was spiritual. She was gracious. She was everything Abigail was. And then she was finer than an MF. She was fine as hell. She was everything Abigail was. So she never went back. I'm not going to sit here and let you and nobody else tell me that I'm less than or better than. Now, you go through the Bible, there's several women that I have issue with. It's Leah. But Jacob came to love Leah. But she went through so much to get his love. I would have sat my ass down and wouldn't have moved. And I wouldn't have a damn child. I wouldn't have moved and wouldn't have a damn child. But that's between her and God. But that's between her and her God. You know, God may have like greater things in mind than just her romantic notions. When he was began to build the house of Israel. So, with that being said, this man ain't gonna tell me, oh, I want him. I don't care what the motherfucker want. I don't care if he wanna fly a queen from the Middle East. I don't give a damn about you. I don't care who you with. I wish somebody thought enough of me to tell me that he wasn't nobody I needed in my life. I had to find out. I didn't have a clue that he wasn't shit I needed. I was settling the whole time. But I didn't have a clue that he wasn't shit I needed until his mama came to our house loaded, full of crack. And that was all I needed to see, that this man is very dangerous. Motherfucker is a fucking crack addict. And is a very dangerous man. And that's everything I need to know. He shouldn't have been nobody. I should have been around. Nobody can give a damn about me to tell me that. That's what I'm thinking about. I don't give a fuck what the motherfucker was trying to meet. I don't give a fuck who pussy he was trying to eat. I don't give a fuck who ass he was trying to bump. Or hump or hit or whatever you want to call it. I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn he bowed down to worship. You know, I see some people want to play games. That's what, but I look at certain people and I say, you talk about certain things to present yourself one way, but there's no way you have that inside of you. There's no way you have that inside of you. Because you are a horrible steward. You're a horrible steward of the gifts that were given to you. You're a horrible steward of the gifts that were given to you. You use them for nothing. You use your gifts and talents and qualities that God blessed you with for nothing good. For nothing good. And that's why I see that you're a bad steward of the gifts, talents that God gave you. And you sit up, that's my jealous of you? Well, maybe somebody else, but I feel like my mama and God instilled in me more than to look at other people and compare myself to them. Oh, well, Cynthia, you are broke, whatever. You are this, you are that. But you're here. But you're here in park, sitting there in my face. Let me tell you, put it in neutral and just roll the fuck off. Put it in neutral and roll the fuck off. But you're here in my face begging for any piece of little thing that you can have out of my personal life. So with that being said, I just want to say, you know, that's what hurted me about that. That whatever that was happening was more intriguing with this very dangerous man. Very dangerous man. And nobody thought nothing to me to tell me that. I had no clue what I was dealing with. No clue what I was dealing with. Till his mom came to my home. And that's all a person is. That person, he's coming to get what he can. And the only way he get is he flattered a white woman by fucking with me. But I want to tell you this. I'm working on something, and sink or swim. Sink or swim, I have nothing to lose. Sink or swim, I have nothing to lose and everything to gain. Sink or swim, his life is on the line. You better find a way to get a white woman. Let me tell you something. I'll show you. I'll go and date a white woman. Now, I need God to deliver me from the thought process that I need to prove anything to anyone. But I'll go and date a white woman. I will. And openly. You know, everybody, I can sense certain person. And I can see, actually, you know who I'm sensing. I can sense her beginning to say she want to use the gay community right now to do something. But it's mine. But she's claiming things in my life, in my personality, in my personal life, in my bed, in my home, in my background. Claiming things. I can see that right now. That's why I know I need to see God. You know, they want to say, well, oh, you're making a statement about being gay. Making no statements and no assertion or taking no ground, standing no ground or nothing. I'm an adult. And adults do what adults going to do. And I don't have to answer to you or anyone. And don't ask me a motherfucking thing about my private life. Now, I'm going to date a woman just to show this bitch that he know he ain't shit, and that's why he gotta follow behind me to see whatever it is he's seeing, and even if he's he doing, I would, and go date it openly, I would. I mean, I ain't saying we gonna bust down in the parking lot, at the restaurant. You know what I'm saying? I personally would not do that because you're asking. I mean, that's asking for trouble. Just sit at a table and to caress on each other's cheek and shit. But I would definitely date a woman. This is my girlfriend. We'll go out and we'll do whatever. We walk around riding our bicycle, playing tennis, playing a game of basketball, having dinner, laughing. So I would never be affectionate openly. That's me. But anyway, I'm only just to make a point. I'm just trying to make a point. But with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and say I have no complex. You're not gonna take anything from my esteem, from my belief in myself, from who I am, and none of that. It bothers me now. It doesn't bother me anyway. Not anyway. I went to a certain place yesterday and had a connection yesterday where it was negative, and I don't know what happened, what went wrong in that scenario. But the person was chit-chatting. We were chit-chatting. And then when I began to say some things, she ain't want to hear it. So I'm like, oh, okay, well, I thought she would open the conversation because she was real nice in the beginning. So I said, okay, well, I said, well, I'll holler at you later. I said, well, see you later. Have a good day. I said, well, see you later. Have a good day. That's my exact words. I said, well, see you later. Have a good day. And, she said, okay. And the conversation was over. I thought about it briefly. I'm like, what that's about? But I couldn't read her mind. I don't know where she was going with that. I thought we were having a friendly conversation. And when I began to banter back and forth, I guess my conversation was nothing she want to hear. So, but with that being said, what I'm going to do about her rejection of me, what I'm going to do, because I can't walk up to these people and say, look, you want to play some tennis? Let me get on the tennis court with you guys. Look, let me get on the tennis court with you guys. You know what I'm saying? Look, why don't we all go and get our nails done? You know what I'm saying? I'm not upset in any way that I don't have this social connection with a lot of people. I'm not upset in any way. And it doesn't bother me at all. And I was mildly wondering what it was that made her averse to the conversation after we were having a pleasant conversation. I did wonder what had changed her perception of the situation. But I am sensitive. People saying, well, why'd you leave Georgia? Why are you forcing yourself on Georgia? Well, first of all, I believe that if you don't have a title deed to the boundaries that you're claiming, then you can't say that you own anything. And second of all, I said that, my hometown is not exactly welcoming me or inviting me back to move into any property that I previously lived in. Or anything, or asking me about my health. You went up there and for your daughter to go to college. And nobody that's concerned about my health in my hometown and asking me nothing. Nobody's saying, well, you live here for many years. It's still available or whatever. I'm going to say it probably isn't available. But nobody's inviting me back to do anything. So, and I know several wealthy people that own several homes that could say, well, look, I have a property that's available and you can come and get it, whatever. Matter of fact, I probably could go get the house I had previously on tax because, well, I think Rev got a grandson that might be 26 or 27. But Rev don't have no heirs. I don't know if Rev died or not. I was looking at the news in Baton Rouge and I think Rev passed away. He should have been in his 80s. 80s or 90s. I think he passed away. I don't think he had any heirs. So I could probably go see if the house is up for auction. And probably, I'm not sure how much it would get. I know at this auction, a house off here, well, no, it was a while ago. No, it was a long time ago. That house was $12. It needed a completely new roof. It was, I seen the people who bought it, I know they done spent a good $500,000. But still, a whole house for $12. But I probably, you got to think about too, the reason it was $12. How much would the roof itself cost? And then any damage, any interior damage. So it's gonna call whoever had got the house probably didn't want to put that kind of money into it. We got a whole house in one of the best neighborhoods in Atlanta for $12. So if I did go, I might go on the website. I might go on the website and see if that house that I used to live in is on the tax property. I know it gotta, the person that only gotta be dead for 3 years before it actually fall into a delinquent state. So I have to go. I'm gonna go and see. I don't know if he passed away. I don't know how long it been. But I'm really sensing a lot of negativity here, but the problem is, if I'm on my own property, it's like people looking for me to get something, to glean something that they want to steal. And that's why I'm saying, if this thing didn't work out when I'm working on it, see, because I'm start killing motherfuckers. I'm gonna have to carry a weapon. I'm gonna have to carry a weapon. I guess I didn't need a weapon in my little house in my own hometown. Like talking about it, like I thought, like talking about, I'm gonna have my carry me. What motherfucker? It's one thing to say we don't want you, but it's one thing when I'm in my own property and mind my business and doing me. Then you come looking for me. Motherfucker, come looking for me. So I'm gonna have to protect myself. And that's just gonna be that should be what it is. Now, with that being said, I'm just reminding people business. But with that being said, I'm not concerned about that, and I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid. Oh, he's gonna do this for to impress the white woman. He's trying to impress the white woman. That's why he's doing that. Well, impress that motherfucker. He can't feed himself. When he get home, he gotta sell his asshole. Anything he got, somebody bought it for him. Are you saying the white woman is that flattered that she is actually taking care of this person? I respect people that live life without limits. Now, I take issue with a lot of things, but that's not their freedom is not my concern. It's not violating my rights. I take issue with a lot of things about somebody's moral personal life, but their freedom is not my concerns. If it's not violating my rights, I actually highly respect the white female because I think she lives life without limits. Now, on the other hand, living life without limits is not biblical. The Bible says, crucify your flesh. Crucify your flesh. Because to be without limits is to be reprobate. To be without limits is to be without God. So, to be without limits is nothing I need to be concerned with. Myself personally. Not myself personally. The only thing without limits that I need to worry about, the Bible said, if it's in the Bible, you can have it. If it's in the Bible, you can have it. If it's in the Bible, you can have it. Mercy, love, grace, eternal life, healing, salvation, friends. You see what I'm saying? If it's in the Bible, you can have it. So that's the only thing that I need to worry about. I used to say that I don't have the best eating habits. But the Bible said that Eve looked at the fruit that the serpent was offering her, and she thought was desirable. But I always saying it's easy to think back in hindsight. What if Eve went and said, all right, what if I go eat one of everything else that God made that he said we should eat? Think about everything that's edible on earth. Do you think she would have made her way? And she said, I'll make my way back to that. You think she would have made her way back to that? Or she'll still be eating? What you mean she'll still be eating since that was 6,000 years ago? Well, keep in mind that death only came after she ate the fruit. So, technically, Mother Eve would still be alive. She'll still be alive. So, would she still be eating different kind of edible foods, edible foods that God has given to us on earth. I mean, I don't know. What could we name? What we can start with? Vegetables. Then we go to fruit. We go to grains. Go to nuts. Go to seeds. Go to herbs. Now, as far as herb is concerned, I don't know if it's a herb that I'm just going to sit there chewing on. You know? I can't say. I guess mint. I guess I like to chew on mint leaves. Well, you like to chew on some mint leaves. Who in their right mind like to chew on mint? Mint leaves taste good, especially with a little salt on it. So I guess there are herbs that you can chew on. So think about that. Now look how the devil trick her. There's one thing he put in there and say, "Ooh, you look at this, how good it is." He tricked her with one thing when she could have had unlimited things. And she would say, "Wait a minute, I'm going to come back today. Let me try everything else first." 6,000 years later, so much God made that 6,000 years later, she probably wouldn't even get back around to it. And when she got back around to it, she said, "Why it took me 6,000 years to get back around to it? You know, all that thinking I've been doing, I realized the devil was trying to deceive me and telling me I need this one thing when I done had seen that things that almost infinitesimal things. It took me 6,000 years to get back to it." He said the devil trick her. He said the devil trick her. She needed that one thing. But what about all the other things she could have been doing? That's why I tell God when I want to do something. Say, how can you go to God and tell him that you think about eating a woman? How can you do that? Well, think about this. What if David would have went and told God that he won't Bathsheba? What if he did that? Well, he don't know. I'm gonna go out on them and say Bathsheba and Uriah were having problems. Because Bathsheba had not been happy for to take that off from King David. A decent woman would say, "Oh, King, I am a married woman. Please don't do this evil thing." And the fact that she was saying no, I don't think David was the kind of man to say, "Oh, bitch, you coming up here and you gonna sleep with me." I don't think David was that kind of man. That bitch, when David sent for that bitch, ran up there, butt ass naked. You see what I'm saying? They had to have some problem. But what if he went to God on that say, and he go and say, "Just wait. Wait till the war over. You supposed to be with them. Go fight with them. Y'all come back and you still feel the same way. See what happened. Wait. They get divorced. And she marry you. You see what I'm saying? And nobody has to get hurt. They were happy anyway. You see what I'm saying? And that's why I always, when you imagine how fine King David was, shit. Just, you ain't that fine. You always talking about how you don't never rush into that. And whatever. You had time to think about it. You're right. I ain't fine like King David was. You got a body where you can just throw your shit off and throw it on the table. You just throw your pussy on the table right there. That's how fine you is. I don't have that. But God give me grace. And I believe God give a woman like that grace. You don't have to be out of control just because you're the most breathtaking woman some people have ever seen. God will give you grace. Wait a minute and think about that. Wait a minute before you do that. Think about it now. So I'm gonna go ahead on and get off of this off of this internet. And I'm like I say, sink or swim. Sink or swim, I'm gonna go ahead and try to make this money. And best case scenario, I make millions of dollars. Worst case scenario, I'll get embarrassed, get stage fright, and cry. But guess what? How many of us haven't fucked up at least once? So I'm gonna be all right. See y'all later.